Hey everybody, it's Kneecap here, and in this video we have some updates to RetPalladin for midnight on the alpha. Trying to keep up with all the different things going on, the regular game, remix, and of course any updates coming in the next expansion that we can look forward to. So we did have some small updates here. We'll try not to spend too much time on them, but still kind of go through them. They range from impactful to barely notice, but let's go through them anyways here. So the first change is Mastery High Lord's Judgment. So that's just our chance to basically get the proc of the extra judgment, basically the extra damage on your judgment. And it's basically just raising the base proc level up to 8.3%. So I'm not sure what the point of this is. It seems like a lot of the changes and a lot of the stuff in the expansion are trying to make more damage come from our judgment and our Blade of Justice, like in, trying to be interesting ways. I'm not sure if I'm all aboard on it, but that seems to kind of align with that. Also, I want to mention that these changes were not in the blue post. So, it could be, that they aren't even live yet. I don't know. These were the data mine ones, but shortly after they data mine these, Blizzard put out their blue post with the changes, and none of the Ret ones were in there. So that's worth noting as well. Boundless Judgment. Basically, it looks like what they changed here with Boundless Judgment. So if you don't know, in the alpha, Boundless Judgment, it no longer does the thing where it gives us 2 holy power. So it's this talent right here where it gives you 2 holy power and also increases your mastery thing as well. So that it does no longer does the 2 holy power anymore. But it looks like what they changed to this ability was it may be applying to Hammer of Wrath now as well. Affected spells Hammer of Wrath. Since Hammer of Wrath is now, if you're not keeping up with everything, Hammer of Wrath is now just a modifier of Judgment. Like when your wings are active, your Judgment turns into Hammer of Wrath, and I assume during Execute as well. And so it's just making sure it modifies both things, and that your Hammer of Wrath will also be getting that increased High Lord's Wrath proc. Divine Toll, it looks like it got recategorized as like its own separate retribution spell. That's the way I read these notes. At least I could be wrong on that, but what that allows is tuning of the ability a lot easier for Ret Paladin specifically. I believe it was because it says Holy Protection here. I believe it was almost I think it was categorized as a protection spell at first, maybe even, but maybe way back. But now it has I believe that the now a retribution spell signifies that it has like its own thing for retribution that's separate from the holy and protection one, and that'll just allow it to be tuned more. So Divine Toll's Judgment deals 100% increased damage, but I think they can tune it even differently for retribution. And again, I think they're going to try to make judgment a thing. So far all this stuff is judgment based, right? Execution Sentence, they just fixed a typo. That's it. Light Within. So this is the thing where I gave feedback on. And again, it might not have had anything to do with my feedback, but maybe it did. It's worth giving the feedback. But I mentioned that in our talents that, we have this choice now between Art of War and Righteous Cause. But why, if the Apex talents, which are down here on the alpha, why would we have a choice node when we have to take Art of War to get this? And basically what this changes is this Righteous Cause, the other choice on here, will also allow it. I'm not sure if that means that we would ever take this. Since there's no Crusading Strike auto attack, it is possible that we would take this. So it is an interesting thing. It could be a thing where we actually do have a choice node there in midnight. So it's an interesting change, and it follows the feedback. My thing was like either get rid of Righteous Cause or whatever, or I guess make it triggered as well, right? So now both things trigger the Apex talents in midnight. Down here, we do have some general changes. I believe this one was already in here. Maybe it's just reworded, but Divine Resonance is changed to where your judgments just cast 100% effectiveness. That might not be new. This is one I wanted to actually talk about though. When your health is Guided Prayer, which is this ability on the Ret side, it was not on the alpha anywhere. When I was looking at the talent trees there, it says that it has been moved back to talents. So supposedly it is somewhere. When Wowhead updates its talent tree, and the next time I do a video about the alpha, I'll try to remember to find that for everybody. But it went from category, changed from uncategorized, which it was still in the game, but you couldn't get it basically, to talents. So supposedly it's a talent again. Where it's at, I don't know. We will get there in the future. If I had alpha, I keep mentioning this. If I had alpha, I would gladly be on and showing you where it was at if it is already in the game. Punishment. This is just I don't know, just changing some of the wordage there. And then Shield of Vengeance, the talent position has been changed. So on the alpha, Shield of Vengeance was basically down here where Seal of the Crusader is, somewhere around this general area. And they said the talent position changed, so I don't know if they moved it back over to the Ret side, or if, so on the Ret side it's right here, or if they moved it up more, because it's an important ability that you would definitely want to take. So we'll see what happened with that. But again, once we can actually access the talents, I don't think WoW had them updated yet on their website. This just came out a little bit ago as I'm making this video, but I'm sure they will soon, right? The next time I make a video for the Ret Paladin on midnight, it'll be updated for sure. So and we'll look at it then. So those are some of the changes there. Some solid changes. You know, if guided prayer is actually back, that's a really good change, because we essentially lost like a mini defensive. It's nothing big, you know, but it can save your life in any situation, right? Just a free little heal. And it's not even little, free decent size heal, you know, to kind of keep you alive. So losing that was kind of a big deal. And then again, this change here with Righteous Cause and Art of War, it was just an important change. It's not going to be anything that impacts you. You have to be kind of nerdy like me to even care about that. But you know, for me, having this choice node that did nothing just didn't make any sense for me. So I'm glad to see that change at least. So we'll see. Again, I can't give any total confidence updates about how it feels or anything like that until I get to play with it myself. But I do like most of these changes today. And for myself, I just have to kind of see where they're going with the whole Judgment and Blade of Justice thing to see if it feels good to me or not. But, you know, I do like a lot of the changes made today as far as these datamined patch notes are. Again, these were not on the Blue Post notes, so it's worth mentioning. At least the Ret Paladin ones were not. So that's it for this one, guys. I'll continue to try to keep you updated on everything while I'm like grinding out Legion Remix and everything. As always, I do ask you to please subscribe to the channel. Subscribing to the channel helps me out the most. If you're already a subscriber, I encourage you to check out the Patreon. That also helps me. And other than that, everybody, have a good one.